So you want to start a podcast, then you might need some gear. And honestly, there's not that much gear you'll need to get started. So I'm going to show you what you need to start producing a high quality podcast and a video podcast using quite a bit of free software and only buying just a little bit of gear, probably spending under $250. So a while back in October of 2020, I started a video game podcast with my buddy Luke. And since then, we've kind of learned all the stuff you need and don't need and kind of learned some tips and tricks along the way. So what I want to do is share with you what I think you need to just get started. And enough with that, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing's a no-brainer. If you're going to be doing a podcast, then of course you need a microphone. Now you could probably use, your Mac headphone microphone, but it's not great. So I recommend you spend a few bucks and get a decent microphone. And the two I recommend for beginners is what I'm using right now, which is the ATR 2100X USB kit. It's the Audio-Technica 2100X. And also I would recommend using what my buddy Luke uses, which is the Elgato, however you say it, the Wave 3 mic, USB mic. So why do I recommend these mics? Well, they're both under $160 on Amazon. I think the ATR 2100X with a boom is about $120 on Amazon right now. So that is a great deal. It's a great quality mic, and it's pretty, I have a review I just put out about it, but honestly, it's dummy proof. You plug it in, there's no drivers to install, and that's it. Get going, The Wave 3 is fantastic quality. Luke used to use his headset, his HyperX headset as a microphone, which was good quality. And then he bought that, and that changed our audio quality for our podcast to be way better. And there's no boom when you get it. It's about $145 on Amazon. It's got a desk stand. But one great thing about it is it has this little tap to mute function on top. So if it's, a couple people talking on a podcast, you could just mute it so, no mouth sounds are picked up. All right, second gear you'll need is a video camera, and I recommend the Logitech C920X, which is like $60 or $70 on Amazon. And go ahead and install the free software, the Logitech G Hub, so that way every time you open up your computer, the video settings are stored. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to switch over to it. So here is my Logitech, you're seeing video from my Logitech C920. This is my ATR 2100, and this is my side cam setup. You could see the quality is great on it with a few settings, and audio is great. So I think I spent under $220 for these two things. You're probably asking, why do I need a video camera? I'm just doing a podcast. Well, I recommend you start thinking about it, which we did after like 8 or 9 episodes, is we started uploading to YouTube, and that got our discoverability and exposure like a whole other level. And now, we're just starting with a podcast, but it's nice to get new ears listening to you. So if you're only doing a podcast that releases to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you're only getting that discoverability. Once you put it on YouTube as a video, and it's better with your faces versus just like an image over audio, just discoverability just boosts up. So I highly recommend you think about that. Also, if you're recording a podcast where you're talking with a co-host or a guest, it's great to be on a video call and see each other's face, so you can have like a more personable conversation, even if you're just releasing audio. So that's it as far as like gear and hard stuff that you need to use, in my opinion, just to start out. So now you need to record and edit your podcast. So you need some software. So the first program I recommend you use is OBS. So this is OBS, and sorry for this mirror effect, but this is what I use to record the podcast. I have my microphone source input. I've got you can do display capture if you're trying to show your notes or a web page and react to something. And then I also have my webcam input. And honestly, just a little image as the background, and that's all you need to record your podcast. So I do have multiple videos that show you how to properly input your microphone and video camera and get the settings just right in OBS so they look professional and sound professional. I'll have a link to those in the description below and maybe up in the top right corner. So the other program I recommend you get is Discord. It's a free program. It has all these other servers that you could join. You can have your own. This is ours, our Dear Download server. And in here, we go into our voice channel and we start chatting. So, and this is how me and Luke chat. I capture his video, and his audio from Discord, link it into OBS, and there you go. It's free. You don't have to do much to it. All right, so I made this a little bigger here. I recommend this program, Voicemeeter Banana. It's a free software and it's amazing. I have another video that shows you how to set this up, but I use it to control all the different audio sources in my computer, whether it's my Discord chat, Spotify music for when I stream, or just my computer sounds, just any noise coming through the computer. And it lets me control those volumes and then input them into OBS so I can record everything and not have everything mixed all on top of each other. So it's really easy. And I utilize their voice cable, their V cables or voice cables. And they're free, but you have to donate. So I recommend you donate like $5 or $10 to download the free voice cable and the A, B, C, and D. Lastly, I recommend you use DaVinci Resolve. And I've got a bunch of these projects that I save it in. This is how I edit my YouTube videos. I record them in OBS. And then I want to show you, this is Dear Downloads, how we utilize it. So DaVinci Resolve is like incredibly powerful. So we record in OBS. This is our video. I edit it in DaVinci Resolve. And then from here, I could choose to output and deliver as just audio, as a MP4, which I use. And then I could, it has a preset to release to YouTube, and then add to render queue. You render it. All of a sudden, you've got a video that you can upload to YouTube, or an audio MP4 that you could put up to your audio distributor. And this is free. This is insanely powerful. With the free, you can only go up to 1080p. If you wanted to get like 4K, you have to buy that with DaVinci. But for free, so insanely powerful. And I'm going to put another video together where I walk through exactly how I use the video, pretty much the entire process of recording, setting up my scenes in OBS, and editing in DaVinci Resolve, and then releasing it. That'll be a longer video, but I wanted to just use this as what you need to start your podcast. All right, and I've got a few other pro tips or bonus tips for you if you want. So if you're looking for like some intro music for your podcast, I believe Anchor, which is a distributor, and I'm gonna have another video where I review that. I believe they have a few things that you could just use. Other than that, you could go on Fiverr and hire an artist to write you a podcast intro jingle for somewhere like 35 to 50 to 75 to even like $200. That's what we did. We had a few custom noises from like video games and things like that we put into our intro, and they created one for us. You could also go to Audio Jungle. The link for that is in the description below. On Audio Jungle, you can buy rights to the songs on there that you can use, and you can edit them into little intros. If you're looking for episode artwork or like just your artwork for your podcast, you can create them for free on Canva, canva.com. Links in the description below. It's user friendly, and it's got a lot of templates for you to use. So I do recommend using Canva. We actually use it and I use it for my end screens for YouTube, and our intro screens for some of our stuff in our podcast. So it's really incredible. It's a free website that you could just go on. I think you log in with like your Facebook account and then start creating artwork. There you go. So I'm fascinated with making things and learning tech. And my goal on this channel is to help show you simple ways to make your videos or content look and sound more professional. Or sometimes I'll just build stuff and just show you how I build it. But if that interests you, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit like on the video if this helped you out. Let me know in the comments if any of this was useful. And other than that, you could check out the music playing in the background on Spotify. Search Stream Tunes Lo-Fi Beats. It's copyright-free music that you could use in your video backgrounds or if you're streaming. And other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.